Hello and welcome to the Inside Groove Show, the show where short track racing rules. My name is Tom Baker from SWM Media, known as Steering Wheel Nation, and I am the host of the show. I am joined tonight by Stephen Evans, who Stephen and I go back a long time. Stephen, how old were you? You were a junior karter, weren't you, at Frozen Ocean when we met, you and Brad?
Oh man, I was less than 10 years old. I know that.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Stephen is the voice of the Land of Legends Raceway, among other things. And Stephen is he's up to speed on just about anything that comes in the motorsports package. So we'll get to some dirt track stuff with him and talk some sprint cars and such. We got another guest that's going to be joining us as well. And that is Mark Minutlo, the most recent street stock winner from the Utica Rome Speedway, one of my old favorite haunts. I lived up in the Oneida area for a while, and man, the memories of going to Utica Rome. And Mark, if you can hear us, he's in the chat. It says he's here, but he's not. So maybe you can, Stephen, if you can communicate with him and help him out there. And we'll get things started. First of all, thanks to all of you who are joining us, and gonna start with, while Steve is trying to coordinate with Mark, I will start with a couple of things from the super modified world. First of all, from the Oswego Speedway, the SBS division, and I'm gonna go to the phone for this because that's where I've got the official. But Team Carson has themselves a sponsor. And Jeff Carson sent me a notice earlier about a sponsorship that Brian Haynes actually picked up for Jeff Carson. Gearbox Driving Experience is now the primary sponsor on the Jeff Carson number 10 small block super modified, driven by Flying Brian Haynes at the Oswego Speedway. And I'll just read a little bit of this. Carson Racing, proud to announce that the Gearbox Driving Experience will serve as the primary sponsor for the number 10 small block super modified for the remainder of the 2026 racing season at the historic Oswego Speedway. Behind the wheel of the high-speed open-wheel machine is veteran racer in 2015 SBS Classic champion Brian Haynes. Of course, for those of you who don't know, the Gearbox Driving Experience is a state-of-the-art mobile simulation trailer operated by Weedsport Production. It features professional-grade racing simulators built in collaboration with Mardon PC, a premier custom manufacturer or computer manufacturing and sim technology firm owned by none other than Brian Haynes. The Gearbox brand is owned by Mohawk Northeast, a leader in heavy civil and marine construction under the leadership of Mr. Al Hankey. So, for Jeff Carson and Brian Haynes, that is some really, really big news. Congratulations, guys. And another announcement coming out of the ISMA Tour, and that is that Rob Summers will be racing the Vic Miller number 11, the legendary Vic Miller number 11 super modified at the Jennerstown Speedway this weekend for the ISMA MSS Tour event there. Have no idea if this is a long-term thing or just a one-race thing. But man, seeing Rob Summers back in a competitive super modified is really, really good. And really, really exciting to see that car running at Jennerstown. Haven't seen a full pre-entry list, but I would expect that there would be 15 to 20 ISMA super modifieds at J-Town. And if you've never seen an ISMA race at Jennerstown and you can get there on Saturday, please go, because it is, I've been there several times for super modified races and they put on amazing racing there. So a couple of couple of tidbits from the super modified world. And Steve, man, Land of Legends, you guys, if you raced boats, would have gotten all of your shows in had you scheduled them on the right weekends. But because you don't race marine vehicles, you've lost about half your season. And trust me, been there, done that with tracks I promoted. And you've had really everybody up there has had just a frustrating year. It only seems to rain on Saturdays.
Yeah, it's and I have to say it's not about half. We have lost half.
Is it actually half?
We've lost.
I knew it was close. Wow.
It's been rough.
Those of you listening, say hi in the chat, by the way. Jump in and say hi and tell us who you are, where you're from, too, also, so we can get an idea. But yeah, man, it's been a tough season, but walk us through. Just give us a summary of the races you have run. Who's hot, who's not, what's going on at Land of Legends.
Yeah, it's interesting. Matt Williamson, the defending big block champion there. He started off the season, just as hot as he ended it, and is the early favorite. But we've kind of mixed in some other names in lane. Britton is one that has hit victory lane not too long ago, and so we're getting some fresh faces in big block victory lane for sure, which is great. But the racing's been really good. Between and we say it all the time, but we've got most of the Super Dirt Series regulars there on a Saturday night. So it's nothing to see Jimmy Phelps, Matt Shepard, Matt Williamson, Peter Britton. We've had Tim Fuller pop in the last weeks as well. And I know I'm not naming all of them, but there's a huge crowd of star power around there in the big block. So it's been a great year, and we've had good racing in all divisions. We have six divisions in total right now between modified, modified, 305 carts, which are very popular.
I love that. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. You look at that division 6-7 years ago. They weren't really getting enough cars that you wondered if that division was going to be anymore. And now it's just exploded. The CRSA sprint, the 305 traveling tours, and those weekly shows, they're getting a great count. And when you can say that the series is off racing somewhere else, and we can still pull 18 cars for Saturday night show, you're not doing too bad.
No, not at all.
It's been great.
Not at all. As we keep trying to work with Mark Manutlo here, sometimes the tech can be just fussy sometimes. So be patient, Mark, and hopefully Steve can help get you there. And I want to say hi to Susan in the chat. Appreciate Susan showing up. And like I said, let us know where you're from. Where is Potter, Susan? Is that in New York? Not familiar with where Potter is. But you can let us know that. So talking about, because I always want to start with this, because to me, and I brag about you guys all the time about your live stream, because to me, the concept, it just makes perfect sense. So for those of you who don't know, Land of Legends Raceway in Canandaigua, New York, which is in the Western Finger Lakes region, it's a really cool track. They have a live stream that they give away each week. It is totally free on their platforms, and it flies in the face of everything that everyone says about live streaming affecting your fan count. They've been up, and Steve, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this has gone up a little, but at least 20%. Is that fair to say year over year since you started doing this?
Yeah, the crowd has gone up each year, and I think we finally reached that point where the expansion is kind of plateaued a little bit, but that's not necessarily a negative thing because of the growth that we've experienced
Sure.
during that time. So you look at a show a few weeks ago where the weather was kind of iffy and we were able to get it in. People are still coming out to race. They know the kind of show they're going to see. That they know that we're going to be out of there by 11 o'clock because we have to be because of curfew. Sometimes you look at that curfew as being you're always chasing the clock, but as a fan and as an announcer, I think that's a positive.
Yo!
And making a grand entrance. Okay, so Mark Manuglo is with us. Mark, can we get
God
you?
damn, dude, I'm sorry. This is pissing me right off.
Family show, bud. Family show. Watch the language. Can we get you to adjust the
Sorry.
phone so it is horizontal, so we get you widescreen? If we can do that,
okay, let me try. This is all new. Sorry.
Just basically turn the phone sideways and see. Hopefully, it rotates the screen so it fills the screen. Those of you listening to this show, bear with us. We're just.
Dude, I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No worries. No, you're just sideways. So we're trying to get your screen right here. But looking forward to talking with Mark here. This is the perils of doing something new, right? You're going to have some of these issues, Steven. You've been through this, all this tech stuff too. So, so hopefully we can get him full screen here so we can see, because I see the background there. I want to see the rest of it that we can't see with you being vertical. So we'll try to get, but in the meanwhile, we can at least start chatting. Okay, well, we got you. We'll just we'll go from there. So, first of all, Mark, welcome to the Groove. It is great to have you on the show. Congratulations on the victory at Utica Rome. I love that place. I lived up there for a while, and and went every Sunday for a few years and just loved it and still do. But it's a little bit more of a drive from Charlotte, North Carolina. So talk about your background a little bit.
Got into racing when I was 14-ish. Like we raced at Paradise for probably not really race actually. We practiced for like a couple years, just getting our bases and stuff like that. My dad took us there with old cars. It was me and my brother used to kind of race against each other. And a few guys would show up. So some nights you have 6 of us out there, which is cool, But it got your feet wet at least. So I feel like that sharpened us for Canandaigua and stuff like that. Because that's primarily where we could race back then. So I started my first full season was 07. And then I raced basically only Canandaigua. Once in a blue moon, I travel around like a little bit, maybe meet sport or something. But I didn't really travel around a lot until recent years. And 17 started racing Outlaw. We've been there ever since Tyler took over. And 15. I'm jumping all over the place here. Sorry, because I was trying to relate with the Utica Rome race because I did race there a few times when they had open orders in the pro stock still back in 2015, and we did well there. I had a lot of fun there. So to go back this year was awesome.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. It's always cool to talk with someone that runs in one of the lower divisions because you get an entirely different perspective of what's going on in the racing world from somebody who's top dollar and runs one of the top touring divisions or whatever. So talk a little bit about how you see the Central New York, greater Central New York racing scene and how you see what's going on at Utica Rome at this point. Been through obviously a couple of ownership changes over the last 10 years or so. And looks like it's starting to do really well again.
Yeah, I met Outlaw on Fridays in Dundee, but When I get a chance to do, my buddy Gibbs runs over at Utica on Fridays regularly, so I try to get over there, and if I can, try to watch on floor. They definitely, I feel like where I was really trying to place around is a nice surface to race on. It was smooth and slick like a Jeremy Corcoran surface, and it was nice. You know what I mean? It was just what you're getting, and I feel like it was a pretty well raced for us. I do believe for the second modified feature, but. Our races seem great, Sorry,
talk about Outlaw. That place has undergone some renovation in recent years too. The Outlaw Dundee track, and since the last time I was there, surely, and have heard great things about that as well on Friday nights.
Yeah, you could use the fresh lemonade as far as some of the stuff around there, but it's definitely made strides, It's a fun place to race at. Get your fair share of BS, but I feel like you get that at every track, But
it's
only well to the smaller divisions, which was nice.
Only BS if it doesn't go in your favor there. But so how talk about the progression to where you're at now? I mean, how long have you been racing the street stock division?
We started out in what was very similar to the hobby stock division that we run as well. And I feel like that's what we cut our teeth on, was the street tires and the hobby stock style division back in 07. And I've been running that ever since. So I'm like entering in my 20th year.
Wow.
But I just, it's what I can. Yeah, I'm only 34, so I've been in racing the full fender division as well in half my life.
Steve, I love these divisions like the street stocks and the 4 cylinders. Talk about what the atmosphere is up there in that area now with some of these classes, because you're obviously up there. I've been gone a while. Tell me a little bit about where everything stands for those guys and girls.
Yeah, for sure. And while I do that, Tom, I think we're might be picking up an echo through. I don't know if the audio is coming through your machine into the microphone. It seems like Mark and I come across developing a little bit of echo. To let you know before we got
a lot.
Interesting.
And Tom, your box lights up coming through over there.
Yeah, it's not letting me do the echo cancellation. And so I'm going
to... In the meantime, I can kind of talk about the atmosphere and the fans really love the Fender division. Mark will tell you that. They have for years. Right now, at our track, they're split into street stock and a hobby stock division. The hobby stock division, a lot of tracks call those things different things. Factory stocks, amateur stocks. Kind of a. I've always described it as an affordable way to go racing without going into a full-blown street stock or late model type car. But Mark, I think that's one of the things that was so cool about yesterday's show at Utica was the field that they were able to pull. They had the challenge with the pro stocks that run in that area, in the capital region, quite a bit. Tell us a little bit about the field yesterday with the Empire Street Stock Series, but also opening up to some of the pro stock guys.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry, that echo is killing me. I could barely hear what